I thought I saw him.
To get a bigger boat.
They grew. Yeah, boy. They're bigger tomorrow. These are small compared to what's coming out tomorrow. Grant. Ooh, nice. Three-year-olds don't look hell of a difference between the threes and fours. A few 3-2s in here.
Easy, baby.
Fish all over the place right here.
Yeah, they're all. Oh, nice, that's nice.
Almost. Jesus Christ, Larry. What happened? Did he get big or what?
I thought it was a snake. Yeah, I know. That's pretty nice. Yeah.
Leo.
Look at that. Leo, yes.
All right. Which is 10. 5 and 5 is what, 6? How many, Scott?
That, I wasn't listening, sir.
5 and 5 is 6.
Yeah. Whatever Dave says. Dave's the boss. Math is work. We're going to do nothing.
Boom. That one took off, Larry.
How big is that, Ray?
I don't know. That's 15 pounds. Bet you get $100 for it today.
I think so, yeah.
Well, yesterday we picked up what I call pond number 2. And predominantly in that pond, in other words, the first pond we put in 2s. Well, if they're good enough to stay, they'll end up in pond number 2, which means they're 3-year-old going in, and they'll be 4-year-old koi coming out. So predominantly everything yesterday was 4-year-old fish. There were a few 3 years old, and there was 3 jumbo Kwaku tosai as well. Jumbo tosai. Oh, this is Doyle's. Doyle. Oh, Bill. Yep. Nice. Very good. You won, Doyle. You won. Very impressed with the jumbo tosai. They most of them were coming out about 22 inches, something around 22 inches. And a few years ago, this was literally unheard of, even in Japan. These larger sizes, but just so well this year in Niigata, and probably it has as much to do with the earthquake as anything, in that they lost a lot of their breeders. And they said they went out and bought all new breed stock. So the fish in Niigata have taken a quantum leap up forward since the earthquake. And what I'm getting at is a lot of the 2-year-olds, well, from certain breeders, Maruto was one, lots of jumbo type stuff, Seiji, Nogami, Dainishi. These are the guys that come to mind. That oh, Matsunosuke as well, Yamamatsu Koi Farm had some very nice fish this year in the jumbo type fish. But pond number 2 was predominantly 4. Most of them were 4s, and with some 3s.
So you're saying that maybe the earthquake has forced some of the breeders to realize that the brood stock they had before wasn't as good as maybe they thought, and when they've brought in some new stock, they've seen some improvements even.
Absolutely. In other words, there's a couple of guys, I don't want to say this is the only guys, because no, there's many guys that do really good jobs, but I guess, you know, don't misunderstand what I'm trying to say. I guess the standard, at least for me, and pretty much all the breeders know this too, is Sakai Hiroshima. And there's another Sakai, but no, that's not the one I'm talking about. I'm talking about Sakai Hiroshima. His fish are the standard. He's got something going on with the bodies down there, and pretty much most all the guys recognize it. So that means that the guys that most everybody who's doing kohaku replaced them with Sakai breeders. Guys that are doing Sankis, a lot of them went Momotaro. But they had these in place before the KHV thing going on with Momotaro. But I guess this year, in other words, they were producing 2-year-old fish. And this is their first batch of 2s, and there were just some incredible fish this year. Absolutely incredible Gosanki. Shurit series, most of them are following Omosako. I mean, literally everybody's doing Omosako now, parents, and very large. Some of Matsunosuke's, as well as Maruto, 2-year-old Shurit series pushing 23 to 24 inches, just absolutely unheard of. So, earthquake certainly devastated the area and caused some enormous problems and setbacks. Millions, or possibly even, I don't know really what the number is, overall certainly hundreds of millions, but the end on net result is that I think that we'll all benefit from it in the future, and that we'll have much higher grades of fishes. Also, they built a bunch of new greenhouses and all, so it's a positive thing now.
That one there over there's definitely got more. That's a big sign.
Pretty nice super ring on this fish.
Yeah, I know.
Keep talking about me, Mr. Abe.
This thing is awesome.
Well, this pond,
The thing is, man, you just don't see Gromo with bodies like this anywhere on this planet. Fall.
Unbelievable. Isn't that something?
Oh yeah.
Compared to what she was last year.
She come out of the #1 pond last year?
No,
Tatigoi fish. That's the real joy of the hobby. Is that's the dream part of it. That's the way the Japanese explain it. It's a two-year-old fish. Two-year-old fish is predominantly what I'm talking about. That's what I like to try to buy and try to anticipate that future. And that's my real love of the koi, is watching them develop. For me, of course, it's a money issue. What I'm getting ready to say is that once they become very beautiful and finished, then they need to find a home and go into a koi show, and of course that's when I get to sell them. So you know, that's hopefully it works out, but honestly, even if you buy the best Tatigoi, they don't always work out for various reasons. And just know that when I'm talking about these Tatigoi fish, the number is basically 1 in a million is what they're able to produce. That's really there and stuff. And I always try to skim off that top 1% of these breeders and stuff, and that's what ends up in these ponds, and hence that's the reason we have so many beautiful fish around here in larger sizes and stuff. And that's my fascination, I guess, with the hobby, because it's you get into doing all this. It's nice when I sell them, but honestly, you gotta like it or love it. You're not gonna get. I'll never be Bill Gates or anybody like that messing with fish. It's a love thing. You know? Buying koi in Japan, getting the good stuff, it's about timing and knowing their schedules and stuff. And you need to be there, you know, somebody like me, when the fish are literally unloaded, because then generally you get to see most of them, unless they took a little detour on the way back to the greenhouse and dropped off their secret stuff, which it does happen all the time. But for instance, this year I got quite a few of the breeders' #1 fish, truly, their #1 fishes and stuff. But when you're buying that #1 fish, you're paying kind of a premium, because you got to understand that this guy is, this is the reason he's doing it. He's doing it for, you know, to end up with that ultimate 1, 2, 3, 4 fish, whatever the number is. And when you try to buy that man's #1 fish, and we just harvested, and he knows his #1, and somehow or other I pick up on it as being very good, and then he tells me, oh, #1. Well, for instance, Maruto, I was able to get his #1 kohaku from his best, what he called high-grade special type 2-year-old ponds. And it took me 9 hours to get this fish. Initially, no, and I kept rearranging deals, and anyhow, finally, he got what he wanted, and I got what I wanted. But it took 9 hours, and I'm talking about, and I've been buying from Maruto every year. I mean, serious numbers of fish, better grades and stuff. And just know that if you go out there and try to, I mean, I buy lots of fish. That's the only reason I got it. These fish are not available to most everybody else. So very difficult to get these guys' best fishes. And, I was taking a customer around over there, and we was waiting at Nishikigoi, and sure enough, they all show up about the same time each morning, somewhere around 10, 11 o'clock usually. And we were there, there was nobody in the building. I said, it's too quiet here. And I said, they should be here in a minute. And sure enough, bam, saw a worker come in and start messing around. I said, all right, good, we're right on time. Sure enough, here comes a truck. They had just picked up 2 of their 2-year-old ponds, and we were standing there as he was taking them out, putting them in the bowl, and a gentleman was with me, and he saw a fish that he felt he had to have. Of course, I saw one I like. Of course, I keep in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, remember where you are, Ray. This is not 7-Eleven fish or what are we looking at here. This is the real thing, Nishi. And both of them were Showa. Of course, Nishi's famous for his Showa line, and I guess what I'm getting at, typically his fish are pretty expensive, and rightfully so. But anyhow, my guy was with me. He picked up the fish, put it in the bowl. I picked up fish, put it in the bowl, picked up one other. And of course, come over and looking at the fish and see them talking and come back and they said the #1 show up. I went, oh God, this thing's gonna be crazy priced. And it was, but the guy was with me, felt he had to have it. But nevertheless, he did get #1 show. It was obvious. I mean, #1 fish usually is head and shoulders a cut above the rest, and it's I'm gonna say it's easy, but it kind of jumps out when you're looking at everything. See, this is the way you really need to buy fish. I mean, if you're only looking at a small slice of what this guy is producing, say somebody buys 10% of this man's stock, and you go in there and, oh, this is the best fish out of that slice. Well, is that slice, where's that slice? Is that from his 50 to 60% fish, 70 to 80, 80 to 90, 90 to 100? Well, this is what determines, actually, in the long run, you've got to see the whole pond before you can say this is the best one. So, and back to the original statement, you need to be there when they're picking the fish up or moving the fish to the greenhouse. So in fact, you do see them all. Anyhow, my customer, he got Dionysia's #1 2-year-old from that pond. Not to say it's his best fish for the year, probably not. Simply because Dionysia tends to harvest a little later, and he tends to harvest his better ponds later, even late November, 1st of December sometime even. Last year she looked a little funny, body was weaker.
Yeah.
This looks pretty good this time.
Okay. Well, that's just enough to be good.
But Yoshi, he's holding the same fish. He's got 2 very similar to this. This year his about the same size.
Who?
Trazo over Japan.
That's his. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And he's holding on to 2 very similar, so that's coming to reason too. See, I know he's holding. If he's holding, I should be holding.
The red pattern is so beautiful.
All Subosumi. All Subosumi. This is real Subosumi.
Magic tub.
Nobody would be interested in
Magic bowl.
Nobody would be interested in something like that.
In case somebody wants an ugly one.
Anodizing just went up.
At least a penny
Yeah, for everything that comes in.
for everything.
Oh, wow.
They won't even notice it, Brian.
No. Over
Hell,
time,
go 2 cents.
cost of chemicals is going up too.
No, they were asking to have the water raised in that other
8 inches. No, the fish is just big, probably. We'll check it. We'll look at it in a little bit. We're gonna move the fish. We're gonna bring it all up to 8 inches and then we treat.
Oh, okay.
So it's close enough. We're not gonna mess with it. 2 years old.
Wow.
Ridiculous. She's getting ready to jump somebody.
Penny will grab it.
Right into here. And Matsunoski's #1 churro.
Yeah, no.
Say Matsunoski is Matsunoski, but it's almost Sako. It's lineage.
Sako, yeah. Get the white and the link. You down.
Beautiful.
She is gorgeous, Brian.
My face coming in is going to be gorgeous.
Penny, we'll just split it. You take it home.
I always get so nervous they're going to jump.
You know, Brian, it's got the same mark.
You're going to take the head or the tail, babe?
Ooh, that's big.
Bigger body.
Bigger.
fuller body.
Great shoulder. This is nice. Well, best #1 Nishikigoi. Not the next. He says. Like I said, Omosaka always has a lot of red on him. Not all, but I mean, that's common to indicative to his line. And like I said, I can fix all that. A little bit of redness on the eye. That may or may not stay there. Usually in old fish it goes away when it looks like that. Oh, it's perfect. I mean, extreme quality. Shiny black. And it's going to have a really neat, interesting facial pattern. Also extreme body. Very good body. And it's 2 years old. Yep. What he says, well, that's what his worker said. So it's more likely to be true. It's true. That's the truth. But I know they were all in there with the other 2-year-olds in the same pond, so usually you put the same together, you know. And Shoshi told me he had some really extremely good Shiro series in the springtime. See, most everybody goes to Matsunosuke, they're thinking Sonki. Looking nervous, you know. Yeah. Believe it or not, Nishikigoi, Ginrin Tancho Showa. Matsunosuke. It is sold though, so it's so rad to see a Ginrin Tancho Showa of a Nishikigoi grade for sale. Yeah, he's got nice Ginrin Showa. The guy down in was it Toyota City or something like that? Well, he's supposed to be the guy with the Ginrin Showa, and yeah, that's where his current stock comes from. The guy basically just showed himself at All Japan Show and like won everything. Well, he's the guy. Well, the breeders already knew this years ago, and then regular people are starting to get it. Well, he's ahead of the curve, obviously, because he's been breeding them there for 2-3 years. Go figure. But, you know, black stripe, all the way over black, Nenwari. Very good pattern on the fish, eventually.
That 2-year-old?
Big, yeah, big Tancho mark also.
Sure is nice red.
Ankle worms free. That's nice. Matsunosuke. Mud pond fish.
It is?
I hope. I want to see it.
All right.
Mine's almost identical except it's 32 inches, I think. Little wide body.
There's Lee Arnfeld. I want to show him something real quick. Lee. That's what I want to show him. Fukurin. Lee.
Yes, sir.
This is Fukurin. What people call Fukurin. It's really not, but that's what they call Fukurin. That's what we were talking about earlier.
That's Matsunosuke Fukuru.
Yep. But we can use the word Fukuru because it is Matsunosuke, and people won't laugh.
I understand that.
You see what I'm talking about? It's that skin on the scale. It's that luster, that little fairy dust thing.
A little extra low.
Gives it another dimension or something. I just wanted to show you Fukuru.
I'm sure you were worried what I thought was Fukuru.
Proof is in the pudding. You see it, there it is.
Every second. Every second.
This is the dog I want. Oh yeah. Okay.
I did too. I like this in the white showed up, and the head showed up lighter in this one, and I like it.
It has really nice reticulation and pattern.
Yeah.
They're both very nice.
This one's finishing off a little faster.
Yeah.
Two different types of wasabi.
Pretty nice. This is a shoulder.
Yeah, it's Snow White.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Now the finish, there's no red, it's coming on these things. Fins are going to be, you know, up on top it's going to be orange or red. Because it's going to creep up.
It's naturally going to creep.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh, I think, and I think the scale age and
Scales are
Watch it. Sold. Just want y'all to see, this is a Deutsch Kohaku.
Wow.
Beautiful. This is Deutsch Kohaku.
This is what you're looking for in a Deutsch Kohaku. Isn't this amazing?
The Deutsch Kohaku.
the red's not very deep, is it?
No, it's coming.
No. Good Lord.
Oh. That almost does something to your eyes.
Yeah, it almost hurts you. When you close them, the image is still there.
Yeah, it's like it's burned, you know, like a computer screen you left on all night.
Burns into the retina.
Like, oh shit.
Okay, Larry.
Oh, man.
Can you pick that for
Wow.
best young?
Oh. It's got it all. Look at the tail stop.
It doesn't get better.
Maruta.
Beautiful fish.
This one here in the Puget Sound show, this could easily be grand champion.
Could it really?
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt.
Where'd it come from?
Hiroi Koi Fixx.
Perfect.
Usually he does a lot of Ginrin stuff, Deutsch Chibas, but he does always some really nice Deutsch Kohakus, a couple each year. Deutsch Showa too. Couple. In other words, this fish, he's got a secret place. In other words, he always puts a fish in Nogyo-sa. Well, I know where his place is. I'll always go over there and look and pick through it and buy basically show fish, you know. And, yeah, that's one of them. Sure.
You only want them this big though,
No
right?
problem.
I just want one. Yeah. Makes me really nervous.
Hear my wife saying I'll take it.
What a beautiful fish. Look at the tail stock.
Yeah, I know. Wow.
It's got everything on it. Yeah, it's gorgeous. And the skin, this is where skin really becomes a major factor. The skin is so beautiful.
This is for Mike. I'm looking for Mike. Mike. Thank you.
Oh. Not an issue, man.
And he says Benny Kikokaru, but
Oh, yeah?
maybe Deutsch Kujaku. Maybe Yamato. Looks more like Kujaku to me.
Well, yeah, Kujaku City, doesn't it, Ray?
To me it does. Multigori maybe too.
Right, pretty.
You rub their head, that'll all fix itself.
Wasn't there another one you want to see, Mike?
Yeah, there's another big one and a small one I want to take in. The black is really dark, isn't it?
it's nice.
Coming.
It's really interesting. It's not gray. It's,
I think it's Beniki Kokoro, you know. What's unpredictable is the black pattern. Where's that? Well, it could be, who knows?
Yeah, you just don't know.
All that black wasn't there when I got to fish here. That's the first time I've had it in a bowl since I bought it. Like 10 times as much now. Coming. I'm pretty sure it's Beniki Kokoro. Leroy. It's another one that came out of his show tank. Oh, ooh, that's your fish. Oh, man. Look familiar, Roger?
Yeah.
Okay.
Roger, you wouldn't buy something like that, would you?
Look at the color of the sumi.
Yeah.
Ever hear me say blue sumi? Kobayashi sumi. Kobayashi's original sumi. That's correct.
How does it happen that the red is so finished? Just happened.
Yeah. Look at it. All the edges of it are just
Yeah.
no trail in there.
You know, even if you saw it,
Exactly right.
Yeah, it wouldn't be able to.
follow it.
Oh, I know. It's nice. Yeah.
That's weird.
Of course it's that.
I mean, it's kind of nice with the blue suit.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, if it's good, I don't care. I don't care. This female probably couldn't afford it. Besides, the female's not going to look like that.
Yeah.
Front center, Michael.
Well, Mike.
You're in trouble now, Mike.
Very pretty.
You're in trouble now, Mike.
That's question what this is, Mike.
Yeah. It's very pretty.
So this is Deutsche Jockey.
What's up?
Oh, they're nice, Mike.
Yeah, she's beautiful. 3 years old?
Probably 4. Looks 4.
Nice fish.
We're doing some serious growing. Love.
Yeah. This is the same guy, Leroy. Back to the show tank he has. Same deal.
Yeah.
No, Leroy, Jim Ringochi